Today our topic is the meaning of true freedom in Stoicism. True freedom, as understood by the Stoics, is not about having the ability to do whatever you want whenever you want. It is not about having power, wealth, or endless opportunities. Instead, true freedom is about mastering your mind, your emotions, and your reactions to the world around you. The Stoics believe that external things like money, fame, or even health are not within our full control. What we can control, however, is how we respond to these things. This is where true freedom lies. Imagine a person who has everything they could ever want: a big house, a fancy car, and a successful career. But if this person is constantly anxious, jealous, or angry, can we say they are truly free? The Stoics would argue, no. Real freedom comes from inner peace, from knowing that no matter what happens outside of you, you have the power to choose how you feel and act. This is the core idea of Stoic freedom. To understand this better, let's look at the Stoic concept of control. The Stoics divided the world into two categories: things we can control and things we cannot control. Things we can control include our thoughts, our actions, and our decisions. Things we cannot control include other people's opinions, the weather, or whether we get sick. The Stoics taught that we should focus all our energy on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. This is not easy to do, of course. It is natural to worry about things outside our control. But the Stoics believed that worrying about these things only makes us suffer more. By accepting that some things are beyond our power, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety. This is the first step toward true freedom. Let's take an example. Imagine you are preparing for an important job interview. You can control how much you prepare, how you present yourself, and how you answer the questions. But you cannot control whether the interviewer likes you, whether someone else is more qualified, or whether the company decides to cancel the position. If you spend all your time worrying about these things, you will only make yourself more nervous and less likely to perform well. But if you focus on what you can control, your preparation and your attitude, you will feel more confident and at peace. This is the Stoic way of thinking. It teaches us to focus on our own efforts and let go of the outcome. This mindset gives us a sense of freedom, because we are no longer slaves to external results. Another important idea in Stoicism is the concept of virtue. The Stoics believe that the only true good in life is virtue, which means living with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. Everything else, money, fame, pleasure, is neither good nor bad. These things are indifferent, meaning they do not contribute to our true happiness or freedom. This might sound strange at first. After all, most of us spend a lot of time chasing money, success, and pleasure. But the Stoics argued that these things are like tools. They can be used for good or bad, depending on how we use them. For example, money can help us live comfortably, but it can also make us greedy and selfish if we are not careful. The key is to use these things wisely, without becoming attached to them. When we focus on virtue instead of external rewards, we become truly free, because we are no longer dependent on things outside ourselves. The Stoics also believed in the importance of accepting reality as it is. This does not mean we should give up or stop trying to improve our lives. It means we should recognize that life is full of challenges and uncertainties, and that is okay. Sometimes things will go wrong. Sometimes we will face disappointment, loss, or failure. The Stoics called these things dispreferred indifference. They are not good, but they are not the end of the world either. What matters is how we respond to them. If we can face these challenges with courage and resilience, we grow stronger and more free. This is why the Stoics practiced negative visualization, which means imagining the worst-case scenario. By thinking about what could go wrong, we prepare ourselves to handle it if it happens. This practice helps us stay calm and focused, even in difficult situations. One of the most famous Stoic philosophers, Epictetus, was born a slave. Despite his difficult circumstances, he became one of the greatest teachers of Stoicism. He taught that no matter what happens to us, we always have the power to choose our attitude. Even in chains, he said, we can be free in our minds. This is a powerful idea. It shows us that true freedom does not depend on our external conditions. It depends on our inner state. If we can learn to control our thoughts and emotions, we can find freedom even in the most challenging situations. This is why the Stoics valued self-discipline so much. They knew that without self-discipline we are at the mercy of our desires and fears. But with self-discipline we can achieve inner peace and true freedom. Another Stoic philosopher, Marcus Aurelius, was a Roman emperor. Despite his power and wealth, he faced many difficulties in his life, including wars, political conflicts, and personal losses. In his writings, he often reminded himself to stay calm and focused, no matter what happened. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realizes this, and you will find strength." This is a key lesson of Stoicism. We cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. This gives us a sense of power and freedom, even in the face of adversity. So, how can we apply these Stoic ideas to our own lives? First, we can practice focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. This means accepting that some things are beyond our power and not wasting energy on them. Second, we can focus on living virtuously, which means acting with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. This helps us find meaning and purpose in life, regardless of our external circumstances. Third, we can practice accepting reality as it is, even when it is difficult. This does not mean we should give up, but we should face challenges with courage and resilience. Finally, we can practice self-discipline, which helps us control our thoughts and emotions and achieve inner peace. True freedom, according to the Stoics, is not about having everything we want. It is about wanting what we have and being at peace with ourselves. It is about mastering our inner world so that we are not controlled by external events. This is not an easy goal, but it is a worthwhile one. By practicing Stoic principles, we can find a deeper sense of freedom and happiness, no matter what life throws at us. Remember, true freedom is not something that can be given to us. It is something we must cultivate within ourselves. And once we have it, no one can take it away.